Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing really great and you all are safe, healthy and happy. The book that I'm going to be discussing today with you all is Ugly by Constance, I'm not really sure. But yeah, so this is a true story of this woman. You can also see her picture over here. So yeah, this is the true story of this woman, and how she had an utterly loveless childhood. And if you follow me on Instagram, in my stories I said that this is not true. This is an understatement. Um, how she describes it, it was not just a loveless childhood, it was full of abuse, verbal and physical, and harassment and whatnot. This woman majorly talks about her mother and the kind of tortures she faced at her mother's hands throughout her childhood. So apparently, um, her mother had, like, I guess 7 or 8 children, four from someone else and then five from her own father and stuff like that. And she was a terrible human being. She should not have been a mother in the first place. So she was very abusive, and especially with this woman. Her nickname was Claire. And the reason why this woman abused her own daughter was because she was ugly. I mean, it's just unbelievable. That's the title of the story, so And she just hated her to the core. And now, when I say hated, I'm not lying, because according to this account, the account that she provides in here, and I'm only just discussing little bits from them, she would kick her in the spine. She once, like, cut her arm with a knife, like, twice. This little girl, when she was like 10 or 11, she tried poisoning herself. She drank a disinfectant so that she would die. She was 11 years old when she went to a children's home to get herself admitted, having a father and mother both. uh, I mean, this was all so unbelievable for me, that if anyone if I if this book was a fiction book, I would have in my review said that it's a little too exaggerated and not at all realistic, because I can't even imagine someone doing this to, not even to any enemy's children, let alone their own child. And this is not it. This child, this poor girl, she had a problem of bedwetting that I think a lot of kids have. And um if you read the story, you'll know that it was most probably because she was always so anxious, so nervous, so full of fear of her mother, that she's going to come and thrash her or something, that she could not stop wetting her bed. And what did her mother do? She would take those wet bed sheets and blankets and put them in a plastic Ziploc bag so the moisture wouldn't dry away. And then the next night, this little girl had to sleep on those wet bed sheets. So yeah, I mean, I could discuss the entire book with you over here, that what all this poor little girl went through, but the only word that comes in my mind is horrible and unbelievable. This is like, this book broke my heart so bad. Just thinking that some little kid out there actually went through all of this. However, the story is very inspiring as well, because this girl, so little, she was so little and she had so many hardships. And you can escape the world and you can come to your family, but what do you do when you have to escape your family? You can't, especially when you are so young. But how she made her way through all the troubles, and she wanted to become a lawyer, she became that. So I think in that way the story is very inspiring, that no matter what happens in your life, you can go through that. Another thing is that by the end, I realized that you as a reader kind of form a bond with Claire. You start feeling like a part of her life. She that's because of the writing style. It's very clear. It's very like journal type of stuff. She's just explaining what all happened with her. Okay, so I also just want to add one more thing very quickly. While I was reading about this book on the internet, I saw a lot of people complaining that one thing that they did not like was that the book is not very descriptive. It's very like to the point, and she's just describing the events that took place with her. But I think that contributes a lot to the authenticity of the thoughts. What I mean is that when she went through all that, she was a very little child, and a child that little, 8, 10, 12, that's a child that little probably does not analyze situations very much, and they just take stuff at face value. They just see that okay, this is happening, and they register it in their mind. So they don't see a lot of stuff beneath the surface or anything. I hope you are getting my point. So what people are saying, it's fine, that's their own opinion, but this is mine. And I think it not being very descriptive and it being very to the point actually serves in making you bond more with the author. I know it sounds absurd because the more a person describes their situation, it's more easy to sympathize or empathize with them. But I don't know, this is just how I feel about it being less descriptive. So I did a little research about this book and this woman, and I heard that a lot of people are saying that her mother filed some case on her or something because she denied all those allegations that she puts on her mother in this book. And so that I don't know, that's all of very legal nature and very personal as well, so you can't be sure of that. Some people also say that she is lying or she's exaggerating. My only point is, see, we can never be sure of if she's lying or not because we have not been a part of her childhood. But all I can say is there is no smoke without fire. Something must have happened for her to have written this book. I'm just very speechless after reading this. There's stuff that I don't even want to say on here in video that she as a little kid went through. She was like 14 and she was running 3 jobs, paying rent to live in her house, had no electricity. She was also going to school. She had to cook for herself. She had to just do everything by herself. A child does not ask you to give birth to them, right? So if you are becoming a parent, you have to look after your kids. You have to, I mean, and I wonder why she even kept her. It would have been better if someone else adopted her. She would have gotten a better childhood. So I don't know. I don't even have my thoughts in place after reading this. That's how much this book has um, disturbed me, and I just can't come to terms with the fact that someone actually did this to a little girl, and just because she was in my according to her mom, she was ugly. I don't know. I just don't have any words. It's very painful, very heartbreaking to read the accounts of this woman. Seriously. When I was researching about this book, I also got to know that there's a sequel to this which is Beyond Ugly, and I'm guessing and assuming that she talks about her journey after she became a lawyer, because um, that's the point where the book ends. So I was definitely, when this book ended, I definitely felt like I want to read more and I want to know more about this woman. So definitely I will read Beyond Ugly as well, and I'll let you know about that. But yeah, this was it for this book. I i don't think it was like a review. It was just um my shock. I was just expressing my shock after reading this. I mean, I don't know, yeah. So I think everyone should read this book because yes, it's sad and heartbreaking, but when you see that how that child managed to overcome all these things and then fulfilled her dreams, studied, became something she actually wanted to become, and how self-reliant she was. I think it's inspiring for kids everywhere, for grown-ups, and for kids and grown-ups alike. So I think you should definitely go and purchase Ugly by Constance Briscoe. And I hadn't heard much about this book, it was a random pick. So I don't know if it's famous or not, I really don't know, but if it's not, I think it deserves to be, it deserves to be a bestseller. It deserves the hype. If you like this video, do not forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel, because that encourages me and helps me out in making more such videos. So if you're interested in books and anything else bookish, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle will be mentioned in the description, the link will be there, and the handle will also be mentioned on my screen right now. So make sure you go and follow me over there. I will see you with my next video. Bye.